okay? What does it mean? If we were having this conversation on the eve of the Industrial Revolution, and you are saying, what does it mean to jobs, everything? What does it mean to the cotton industry? What does it mean to this? What did the Industrial Revolution? Well, this is that revolution.
So let me ask you the following question. What are you most excited about, and what are you most anxious about?
Look, as an entrepreneur, goodness me, this is as exciting as it gets. But I've heard genuine voices of concern from many of our own peers. And I share many of those concerns, much as a result of the fact that we just don't know enough about what it means, what's going to come out of it, what the potential is. So naturally, there are threats associated with this. And just like the Industrial Revolution that I compared us with, if they were industrialization left many behind, particularly in that transition. And the world went through major social and political change, governance change, revolutions, and one might say it played into some of the great wars that happened, and certainly the great divide that took place across the world for 70 years or so. Okay? So we have to be concerned, because we know what happened before, about how we manage and transition towards this. I also worry about the fact that if you take 5 people and you put them in the room and you say, what is AI? You're going to get 5 wildly different answers. That is dangerous.
Right.
Okay? Because you just need a very small problem to occur. And everybody will say, shut it down. When it would have been something that was not that serious an issue. So it is incumbent on us to make sure people fully understand what this is and what this isn't, and also admitting when we don't know. Okay? And exercising the necessary caution and responsibility.
Yeah, no, one of the things that I and we think a lot about is this question of, on the one hand, the possibilities are so exciting,
yeah,
whether it's in science, in addressing all kinds of challenges in society and so forth. But at the same time, there are some complexities and risks that we have to pay attention to, and it's kind of both, and you're right. Some of these are still research questions.
Yeah.
We don't fully understand, and so there's still more research to be done, more work on safety and all these questions. I'm particularly interested in this question of both opportunities and challenges. Speak as an African. How do you think about this in the context of the global South, places like, the continent of Africa?
I can see the opportunity at one level, but it's not inevitable that we'll be a part of this opportunity. Okay? Some things we have to do, and others will require that we're allowed to fully participate.
And by participate, say more, do you mean helping to develop the technology, or use it, or get the benefits of using the technology, or both?
We don't want to be users any more than we want to be used. Okay? We want to fully participate in the economic opportunity.
What would that look like?
We have to be able to build our own enterprises. We will have to be able to, our own entrepreneurs must feel they're a part of this, that we are creating wealth, that we're not just users of platforms and systems where others have the economic benefit. Otherwise, that would be a very angry world. We have to make sure that our young people, remember, our mean age is 19.7. We're the youngest continent in the world. In the next 25 years, we will be easily the world's largest population. will be somewhere 22 to 23% of the global population. And by the turn of the century, some numbers are saying we could be as much as 40% of the world's population. Yet a lot of the conversations, we are left out. You can have a whole conversation and then somebody just has to say, okay, has somebody got to say something about Africa or not? That's a very dangerous place to be in because it creates resentment and suspicion. And so we need to make sure that Africa is participating in the conversation and resources are being availed and opened up. We're seeing no investment at all with respect to AI. Coming into Africa, no one is interested really from outside. So the activities that is taking place is either taking place with well-established companies like ours, but certainly at the entrepreneurial level. And remember, the amount of foreign direct investment coming into Africa today is less than Singapore. More money comes into Africa from diaspora remittances, from Africans like you and I working outside, than is available as investment. Okay, so it's not that our people don't have ideas. There's no capital coming in to support those ideas. And so they feel left out. And the consequences will be we could face major challenges in creating employment opportunities that emerge from this. We have an education system that doesn't deliver on maths and science. Okay? We've got to invest heavily just in that basic maths and science for our people to fully participate in this extraordinary opportunity.
If I think about some of the digital opportunities for Africa, one of the things that's made it difficult is the broad-based infrastructure investment, not just compute for AI, but just infrastructure, period. And I know that's something you've been working on quite a bit, just even bandwidth. I mean, you've made investments into still telecommunications capacity. Say more about the kinds of things you'd like to see happen if Africa is going to fully participate.